guys, my name is Russia and I'm the winner for the Gold Mobile.
Joshua, I won the tournament for Street Fighter 6.
Shalom,
Me from our Winifred.
It's Mustafa Sani. I'm the winner for the Forza Horizon 3 Championship.
I won fire competition today, so hosted by 10 and 80 and Monster.
We need more of this. We need 10 more, 20 more. I did this every day.
I want to say a very big thank you to 10 and 80 and Monster for hosting this competition.
This has shown me that e-sport can go far in Nigeria. When I saw the opportunity to compete in this game, I knew that yes, this is it. I can definitely win it, and I came out victorious today.
Huge thank you to 10 and 80 and Monster for the wonderful tournament hosted.
I want to thank the sponsors, 10 and 80 and Monster Energy, for bringing such a wonderful event.
At the 10 and 8E Campus Game Fest right here in Port Harcourt. It's games, music, networking and non-stop fun. The best part is it's all free, and if you're seeing this, your campus can be next.
Right.
How's everyone doing today? And it's day 3, of course, of the Mythic Conquest series, sponsored by Turn It Any and Monster, Turn It Any X Monster Energy, and organized by ML Hub. I am excited to be here. It's Black Matter, your casters. Going to be casting the 2 games we have for today. We do have the first match for tonight. Of course, we've got the classic teams playing against each other, and we've also got a very interesting team that I know a lot of people are going to be looking forward to their match tonight. Koge Dentai versus Astral, the second game for tonight, guys. That is a game that I personally am looking forward to. But that is the second game, of course. You know what they say? They save the best for the last. In this case, before then, we will get to play Death Trap against Shadow Kings. And man, if you know anything about history, you know these are the 2 guys that I personally interviewed on my TikTok channel one time, and you know there were statements were made, things were said, things were done, and at the end of the day, it's Death Trap won that round, right? Death Trap won that, but now it's about, okay, who wants it more this time around? Is history gonna be rewritten, or will things change? That's it. Will things change? Let's see if Shadow Kings have learned from their lesson, or let's see if DT are going to just reign supreme again. Let's see if they're going to do that anymore. But still, impressive performance the last time from DT. Well, some people say lightning don't strike twice. I don't know how well that is, but I don't know how well that will apply to this match. Maybe even the second one, because I don't think we've streamed these guys so far. So this might be DT's and Shadow King's first ever streamed match, but they are getting ready to lobby, and I can see you guys in the chat. Hello guys, welcome to the chat, and of course don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget to also subscribe. It helps us push what we're doing out there. And also shout out to 1080, shout out to Monster for sponsoring this, and shout out to ML Hub for coordinating the tournament and the players. They are getting ready in the lobby, and it's still game 1. So if you're just joining us, settle in, grab a bottle of Monster, grab a bottle of water, whatever you are into, and prepare, because the game 1 is definitely going to be an interesting one. It's definitely going to be a field floor opener before we get to the main course. This is dessert, you know. When you get to a restaurant, it's like, okay, yeah, you take dessert before you get to the main course. This is dessert. Main course is game 2. But before that, let's focus on this one, and let's see what these teams have in store for us. And I do hope that Shadow Kings have learned from their lesson. And the last time I actually interviewed the squad leader of Shadow Kings, he had a very good sportsmanship mindset. You know, it was honorable, but honor doesn't exactly win you these games. What does is the player skill, the execution of your strategies, the draft picks, the bans, these things, these little things, the macros, the micros. Eventually, they stack up and they lead to your win. So, if you are Shadow Kings, you don't want issues to report yourself again. You don't want that. You want to be happy to happen differently. You want to make sure that you do things differently this time around. DT cannot beat you in the Rising Stars and beat you in the Mythic Conquest series again on stream. Come on. I want to see things done differently. I want to see execution, different drafts, different picks. I want to see that. I want to see that Shadow Kings have truly learned from their lesson, and that they have truly done their homework and want to do things differently this time around. Because don't forget, this is the day 3 of the Mythic Conquest series, and don't forget, we're still in the group stage. So yeah, final day of the group stage, guys. These teams, we're going to be knowing who is going to be evicted and who, well, is going to stay. And it's Death Trap versus Shadow Kings, in case you are curious on whose team we are streaming right now. We are still waiting for them to get ready in the lobby. We are still waiting for them to prepare themselves to show us an amazing match. It's BO2. Don't forget, it's 2 matches per games, and we're here to play the game 1. I wonder what the draft will be like, and I also wonder what the comments looks like right now. But before we get into that, I want to again shout out to the ref Church, because he's the one currently organizing the lobby, and I don't know what's taking so long for Shadow Kings to log in, but we're just gonna wait for them to log in, guys. And in the meantime, I might be engaging you guys in the comments, but I want to, before I get in on that, I want to talk about the team the team members right now. So we do know that Sam Ebros is actually the squad leader of BT, but on the roster right now, I can't see him here unless he has changed his name. We do have I Don't Tire, I Give Up, which are the classic two that Carl likes to come out and talk about them. And we also have Ibeka. I think that's a new player on the roster, probably a name change recently, and Shadow X. And we also have T-Rex. That's not an old name. That is not a new name, rather. That is a name that I am personally used to because I've seen that guy play most of the time. And we see Shadow King members finally coming to the lobby. We have Holy Demon, not a new name, a name I've seen before. We also have Teddy Bot. We don't get to see him play all the time. And we have Direx, we have Star, we also have Fool. Is that F? I'm trying to look at what name that is, but hey, let them ready up so we can get straight started into the next game, guys. I am excited to see what game one is going to bring to us and the start of it all. Remember, 2 games, you can either go for a win, a lose, or a draw. There is no, a draw is possible because it's 2 games. If it was 3, it was BO3, then there's no potential for a draw. You can just either win or lose. It's a 2-way street, exactly. So now it's a 3-way street because you have best of 2 even numbers. That's one of the implications. And I'm gonna just tell them we're ready. And we're ready, so we can get started. Guys. Enough of my talk. And of course, don't forget, stream is sponsored. The stream is sponsored, organized, and managed. The stream is handled as well by the production team of Monster House and Tenit Any. And I am looking forward to seeing what game 1 is going to do. Definitely gonna have to talk about that delay on Shadow King's end, but I do hope the ref is actually counting the time, because don't forget we do have a DQ period, guys. We have a period. You can't do this. You can't keep us waiting for too long before we get straight into the main game itself. So definitely gonna have to chill. Time. We need to. I'm looking at the comment section right now, and
hello everyone, I'm Jindu. I'm the winner of Just Dance Game, and I want to use this medium to appreciate Monster Energy Drink and 10NSE.
Owner of ML Hub, and I can also see Monster. Hello Monster, hello Tano, hello Jack, hello Yume. I can also see Yume, I can see Tano, and I can see also other people. Basically, there's lots of you in the chat right now. I can see you guys. Welcome, welcome to the stream. Excuse me, guys. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining in today. I know that we're waiting quite a while, but just relax. Let the whole thing chill. And let's wait for Shadow Kings, because they are the ones we are waiting for. But it is well, we will be fine. And Fortune. 4-2. 4-2. Alright, so guys, we are in the draft phase, and right now things are looking pretty good. Honestly, I love the bans first because they ban the glue. I think everyone can at some point relate to the fact that they have a glue ban. Honestly, a glue is a ban. Even in my rank club, especially I ban the glue. I don't want the glue around me because it's just sticky and he tends to mount you, and it's just, you know, unbearable and difficult to deal with. So I'd rather ban a glue. But still, now look at the picks. They do have some pretty troublesome picks on Shadow Kings, man. They have a Sora, they have a Jusin, that is control, and control. To top it off, they added a Belric, and I can see Death Trap banning Amon there. Wow, they have a Mystic dude, that's control. They have a Camilla, that is control. They have the Starcross lovers on the same team, the Camilla and the Sicilian on the same team. My goodness, that definitely is a powerhouse in Death Trap. But still, now we get to see the final ban for the side of DT, and it is a Leon mod, right? Okay, I like that. I love the fact that they focused their bans on the damage dealers. Okay, one tank though to balance things off, of course, but then damage dealers being dealt. And also on the other side, I love the fact that they focus their picks on the control pick. So Shadow Kings has lots of control. They've got the Jusin, they've got the Juicing, they've also got the Belric, they've also got the Sora, you know, the Shifting Skies on the Sora, they've also got the Crimson Beacon on the Juicing, they also have the Wrath of Dryad, also the Ancient Seed on the Belric. They also have the Rex as well. There's the Rex go away technically is a knockback, but you know, a situational knockback, situational CC, and Shadow to top it off. Wait for an Ixia, my goodness, to support that Camilla's Curse of Blood, and the Julian also to for the burst at the early game dominance and the early game damage. And I love that balance. I love that balance with DT's comp. They have an early game, they have a mid game, and they have a late game at the same time. That is pure balance. I love DT's comp. And on the other side, I love the fact that Shadow King's comp has a lot of control. Adding a solo as an early game advantage definitely will make up for their team's high control, you know, less damage input. But still, let's see how this goes, guys. The draft 1 is complete, and we are getting straight into the game 1. And let's see how it is. Let's see how it is, guys. No walking out, as Monster Cairo says, and yeah, GG's. We head straight to game 1. Shout out to 21 of you watching right now. It's game 1, DT versus Shadow Kings. Let's get straight into it. I am excited, and I'm pretty sure you are too. The game is currently loading, and we are about to get into game 1. And personally, I don't want to say anything, right? But let me hear from you guys. Whose draft are you inclining towards? Tell me, guys. Are you inclining towards the draft of DT, or are you inclining towards the draft of Shadow Kings? Let me know in the comments, and I'll engage the comments while the game loads. Let me know, guys. Let me know. Okay, Tano was here saying, what did I miss? Yeah, you didn't exactly miss much. We're just getting straight to the game 1. So, yeah, you didn't miss anything, actually. Just look at the draft. Let me know who you think. I can see Tano was saying Shadow for the win. My goodness. He really is supporting Shadow Kings here. Nice that Shadow Kings actually has a supporter on the stream. As now we get straight into game 1. You know how it is, guys. Farming Simulation 1. as Carl would always say. And now we get straight to game one. And yeah, I can see me sister is still at base though. T-Rex, okay, yeah, T-Rex finally is out here, thanks. And Tana was saying Shadow King's draft is better. Wow. Okay, alright. I think we can work with that. I gotta agree with you there too as well. They do have a pretty solid draft though, you know, when it comes to control, that is. But when it comes to damage, man, I really gotta commend these guys of Death Trap. They have it locked in. They've got an Ixia with the front barrage. They've got some plots to distribute the damage, and also they've got an early game solid. But still, let's see how this execution works, because the draft is one thing, execution is another. We see an early skirmish for the lethal already taken, and I don't tire. Will be the one to get it, and good zoning out there from the Sicilian, the Camilla, the Starcross lovers, and all the EX. There's a little skirmish between the Misita and the Suri. Okay, Spirit of Glory catches him with the shield assault, stuns him up, maximum start of the King's Glory, but still, nah. It's the King's Mark rather. Nah, that's not gonna work, man. No, T-Rex, just back it off, man. Just back it off. It's too early to start skirmishing this. You really don't want that. But still, the early up top of the gold lane. Okay, it looks like they're trying for a cut, but that didn't exactly work. And yeah, definitely need to hold back on that engagement down bottom, especially with T-Rex. He's gonna have to slow it down, because in the early game, Misita, you know, isn't exactly the strongest. He does have some decent amount of control with the King's Calling though, so that one's there. But the turtle has already spawned, and he's gonna have to wait for that turtle to spawn and make sure that they get the most out of this. And man, this is really something. But still, okay, wait, I gotta make sure this works, because T-Rex, okay, chill, take a break, fall, farm, rotate a bit, and I can say I give up trying to zone them out and keep them away from this first turtle. And the turtle started just yet, so server already used, and the turtle dance already started. I don't tire already on the case, and the gold lane still being pressured too, but the turtle is where we should pay attention to. But still, they will try to zone it out now. The Belric makes a move star. He's trying to do the job that the Belric should do, but then that's a King's calling with a flicker, catches two in the midst of it all, and the first control, Teddy will fall. Double kill for the Camilla. DT secures the turtle, and zero contest because Teddy was slain first, and now the EXP lane is where they try to get more. The Spirit of Glory pulls out Livingston, but the turret is where he heads into for safety, and 2-0 DT start out game one well. Man, this is good. I love how DT executed that, honestly, and also T-Rex. I mean, coming in with the King's Glory, that was good, honestly. But still, let's see how the rest of the contest will last, because that was just one total, and Shadow Kings definitely would learn from that one. Hopefully, learn from that one. But still, the top lane, okay, looks like a gank might be cooking up here, because I'm pretty sure Nol is aware of that, and Livingston will take one out on the EXP lane. My goodness, that Misita is really giving a Sora a hard time. They really have to put a leash on that one, because if they don't, the Misita can't snowball, and trust me, it is not a funny thing to be in, a funny game to be in, especially when you are in a game, and the Misita is just snowballing, man. Honestly, T-Rex is cooking. 1-0-2, things are looking good, and okay, that's a bloodbath, but then okay, go away defensively into the tier 1. They're trying their best to take down this Melissa half HP, and the flow barrage, my god, oh no! Stardom Siphon takes out the kill, but Shadow will pay for that one. Somehow, Teddy Potts, he kills one! Soundbite close, and a follow from Rebecca. Fight another, now 3 people are down, 2 players left, and the top lane is already being pushed. No, some defend the tier 1 on the gold lane, but I don't think he can. They will shake their attention away into that turtle, and man, DT are already taking the early games, because this is not how I saw the early games going. But still, let's give them some good amount of time, because this is not how you want to play it if you're Shadow Kings. Now Star in the bad spot's already low, but I think he's having some network difficulties there. And yeah, the also looks like maybe free for DT, because I don't see a contest, and the King's Calling already played into it, and Teddy caught in it, will get taken down. Now a free turtle, and 0 contest whatsoever from Shadow Kings. Okay, shifting skies and the Skyfall as well get caught in the sidewine claws, and now the Stormbind did some decent amount of damage to the Fetch is popped, and now the Shield Assault melts him down with Spirit of Glory, and the defensive wind stride. Vixen lives to tell the tale. Ibeka wants to chase him down, but I don't think that's a wise course of action. Meanwhile, the mid lane at on tire is already there, and the man just wants to farm and exactly do what a jungler should do in the mid games. But DT already sitting comfortably at a 2k gold lead and a 6-1 5-kill lead. But look at that gold lane, look at that top lane. The Rex is in a bad spot, but the man is just trying his best to salvage what's left of that tier 1 of the gold lane and protect that turret no matter what. But meanwhile, down bottom, he goes for it, but the King's Calling already popped out. T-Rex, that's an early King's Calling. A bit of a blunder, now a big resource spent. Meanwhile, the top lane is still being under pressure. They're trying to do their best. They're trying to make efforts, but I don't think the early games is where it's at, guys. I think maybe the late games, but the early game so far has been taken by DT at the tier 1 of the mid lane. Terrence is trying to go for it there, but the Blink Surge, okay, shifting skies, gets him caught in his Skyfall. It's the left direction and they take T-Rex down. Vixen gets revenge for what happened in the EXP lane, but then the top lane, that gold lane, man, they're trying their best to take down the Rex, but the man is just so aware. Eyes on you. That's one thing about the Melissa. You can't do that. Get vision with that second skill. And the eyes on you has been very useful for him up until this point, because those ganks have been cooking and he has been getting away from it. Meanwhile, Cook knew already in mid lane, trying to protect the tower from being taken there. The dive in, Vixen trying to find the shifting skies, doesn't have it yet. You see the vengeance, so he cannot combine that with a flicker, even though that would have been good utility, by the way. And still, they are trying their best to make it work. They're trying their best to salvage their turrets, but they've already lost the tier 1 on down bottom. Go away, uses the fed for the back door. The price has tried in shadow. Full up Mirage takes the Rex down, and now Star is left to defend that tier 1, but I don't think he can. I don't think he can. Tier 1 is down. Well, oh my goodness, the Shadow Kings, little by little, everything is starting to fall and taking down the tier 1 on the bot lane, the tier 1 on the top lane, and only the tier 1 on mid lane is the one standing right now. The turtle is already there, and there's not even Conquest, because why should they? They can barely hold on to their turrets at this point. Should they really be going for turtles or for lords? Now the mid lane tier 1 falls, and DT are just stacking up the pressure and just making sure the macros are checked, the objectives are checked, and every single objective they can get their hands on are checked as well. And so far, Shadow Kings, I don't know. Things can be better, definitely in the late games. We can see some synergistic, synergy moves, especially from the Sora and the Belric. But until then, I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed. Okay, I'm not gonna jinx anything, but still, the macros, everything is being taken care of by Dead Kings. Just making sure every stone is turned in this situation. But still, DT, promising move from them. I love how they executed that. That was impressive. And honestly, in the mid to late games, it might be a struggle. Okay, flicker with the Flump Rush there, but Livingston is the sky. Whoa! What was that? Spirit of Glory, my goodness! And T-Rex combined that with a flicker. Meanwhile, Livingston in the back spot is forced to use the tier 2 on the bot lane at safety, and 4 players are down, but it's a 1-for-1 trade in favor of both teams. And man, DT didn't want to push that one too much, but Rebecca is looking for another kill. You will not be able to get it. They have to put it back now, push it back. That is what you have to do. But still, I gotta say, man, this is not the outcome that I saw for Shadow Kings in the earlies. But meanwhile, bad spot is gonna be in, but Vixen will fall, and New is forced to flicker out of there, and the tier 2 in the mid lane taken down, and only the bot lane, the top lane, and the top lane and the bot lane, tier 2 are the ones standing. Whoa! I don't tire. What was that burst? Man, the guy busted down Teddy, and man, I think I gotta come out and say, guys, wipe out, guys, double kill for Shadow. I think I gotta come out and say GG's, guys, because I don't think anything is gonna be done. I think it's pretty clear. SP of Glory brings it back. Vixen charge the king. Go! Shifting skies, he executed well, but the King's Calling blocked the Skyfall from being used because of the anti-mobility feature and the anti-mobility mechanic. But I mean, I don't know at this point. Okay, that's a nice move. Okay, Okay, I like that. Blade Surge takes out one, T-Rex will fall, but then the Lord is already there and they're gonna have to contest. And if Shadow Kings actually take out this Lord, that is going to be the start of something new. But I don't think they're gonna come for that contest, guys. I think this is DT's, Lord alone, and they are still busy because they're still busy cleaning up the macros. And if you have to take care of the macros first in late game before you think of contesting anything. If you actually ignore the macros, it's definitely going to affect you guys. It's definitely gonna take a while before you guys can come back from that. That's if the minions, or if Isaiah's word, minions doesn't take if the minions doesn't take the base. We've had lots of cases like that, but still the Lord is approaching. And Shadow Kings 11-5. This is a 10-minute match, so DT really wants to end this as fast as possible, knowing that the mini turret and just making sure the waves are synced and going for that. But the big question is, can Shadow Kings defend against this? Can they defend against this? Can they still hold out in this game one and pull something out of this? I don't know if they can, but still we're gonna find out soon enough as that Lord approaches down into the base. Now watch this as the Lord approaches. Now they go there, the scanner minion, they have to drive onto the minion waves because you definitely cannot see the Lord, and the flop rush comes out and star falls. Oh my goodness, what was that pause? And now already buying that Livingston, he gets that for double kill for Shadow. And the place wide open. Teddy finds one. T-Rex falls. Triple kill for Shadow. And the time for the sky for Livingston. That's a bad move to make. Ben just popped. And now the minion waves are what they're waiting for to end the game. Base already half HP. DT might just be holding out with the place already wide open. And on time, takes out the inhibitor. So the place is taken by DT. Game one in the back. Well, that was an 11 minutes match, guys. That was an 11 minutes match. So, yeah, 11 minutes. So yeah, GG's, it's done. We move on to game 2. Definitely not his best performance for Shadow Kings, but we move on to game 2, guys, so that we can wrap this up real quick. Things definitely could be better, but yeah, we move on to game 2, guys. Okay, I can see the okay.
Welcome to the Pioneer edition of the 10NET Campus Game Fest 2025, and we are live at the University of Ibadan. Game on.
Hi, this is Precious. So I'm at Game Fest, and this is my first time coming to Game Fest, and I've been loving it so far. My favorite game of the day is Just Dance.
My name is Osaz. I won the FC25 tournament. But it was a very tough tournament, especially the first game. I went to penalties after extra time.
Yes, Kamala Ferrina. I participated in today's tournament in 10 and 80 and Monster tournament, and I was the winner for Free Fire.
My name is Israel. I won the F1 sim racing competition that was held here.
Hello, my name is Olale, and I won Street Fighter 6.
I participated in the Just Dance game and I've been moving my body. And yes, Game Fest, I would like for you to come back to UI bigger and better.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure.
Hi guys.
Okay, hello guys. We had such a wonderful game one, and that was impressive. Honestly, that was a very impressive game one. But still, that was a very short game one as well. Oh my goodness, these guys, man, these guys are definitely something. And well, it is definitely something. Before we get straight to game two, I want to talk a little bit on the start of the tournament, right? We want to talk about that. And the first one we want to talk about is the MVP race, guys. Don't forget, we have stats from other games. And on that MVP race start, we are seeing Cheesy as number 2. My goodness, with 5.12. We also have Great with 5.13. We have Brosh Tayo with 4.89 on the MVP race. We see 5 players there on that list. Conquest is number 4 from Eternal Void. We also have All Father as well, 4.69, bottom of the list, but hey, he's still on the list, right? Of course, now we get straight on to the next stats that we have here, the Hero Pool and Bands. We did see some very decent amount of bands, and now the top of the bands list is Carry. We saw a Carry band in game 1, definitely, we saw that. And now we also saw a Glue band. So the fact that we have this hero still topping the list, and even in reset bar, which by the way guys, the stats will be updated after this game. Shout out to the ML Hub media team, by the way, for gathering these stats, and data analysis team rather, and also Sora as well, and Jusin. We're going to see a Sora pick, so yeah, that doesn't count as a ban. And onto another, we have the hero pools on this side, the picks. The number 1 pick here being Zetian, and Minotaur being number 2, Xbox being number 3, Ujon being number 4, and Clint being number 5. And yeah, that is it for the start section, guys. Let us get straight to game 2 between Death Trap and Shadow Kings, and let us see the conclusion of this game tonight. We now head back to the draft. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's head straight to the draft. Okay, I've seen some very interesting drafting. And man, yeah, this is it. Okay, let's do this. Wow, a Joy is being picked. All right, I like that actually. I like that. A Joy is being picked. The Ibeka still sticking with that Sicilian. That's not so bad. That's not so bad at all. And okay, yeah, game 1 was won by Death Trap, Samuel. Okay, yeah. Okay, so teleports. Okay, Vexana taken as well. Direx. Oh. I like the Tigro pick. We don't get to see a Tigro all the time, but then a Tigro can have some very decent impact in the match, especially if executed properly. We've seen Tigro have a lot of impact, especially in the hands of the likes of people like Ragnar. So T-Rex, let's see how he goes. He went for a Misita the last time. Now a Misita is banned by Shadow Kings. It's a very, very valid ban because T-Rex goes for a Lapu Lapu. Finally somebody picked my main. Finally, somebody went for my main. Yes, I'm always excited when I see a Lapu pick. Okay, so Lapu is picked by T-Rex. I don't tire. It's gonna have to go for something now. They don't have a marksman on the side of DT, so this might be a good chance on Joy being banned. That was good. I think they kind of counterbanned the Joy. They saw that Shadow King showed the Joy the last time before they were about to pick it, and they moved the Vexana instead. Honestly, they actually have a very solid lineup. If you think about it, they have a Vexana to follow up the Tigreal. The Vexana's Deadly Grasp is a very solid follow-up for the Tigreal's Implosion, and also the Cost Blast as well. The Vixen, well, technically the Divine Retribution is a stun, so you can't say that's follow-up. Yeah, I know it's not really the best follow-ups, right? It can be better. Let me just put it like that. I do hope they go for heroes that have better synergy with the Tigreal as well, and their last 2 picks, like a jungler that has better synergy. And Xbox is banned, and also we can see Ixia being banned as well. Wow, I'm pretty sure they're trying to cut how synergistic they can get with their comp. Like taking out that Ixia ban, they're taking out that Ixia pick because Ixia goes really well with the Tigreal. Really well. Now only Demon is gonna have to ban someone now. He's gonna have to ban a Maxman. Maybe take down a Kimi or maybe take down an Irithel, but it goes for Yisun Shin. Wow. I think is it banking on whether they will play Yisun Shin gold lane or maybe Yisun Shin jungle. I think nowadays Nigerians are going more of Yisun Shin gold lane than Yisun Shin jungle. Hey, because that's what we get to see comps in these days. The likes of Kagi from Omega played it. We've seen that done before, but still, I don't tire. It's gonna have to go for something now. And yeah, 5 seconds, make a decision. But you can't afford to be indecisive or let see the game pick for you. But that's an early game pick secured by I don't tire. Julian now picked up. Killer B and Holy Demon is gonna have to go for the remaining 2 picks. Wait for it. Wait for it. They need a jungler. They don't have that. They don't have that. They're gonna have to wait for that one. They also need a marksman. They don't have that as well. And they have about 4 marksmen banned on the ban area. So there's not a lot of options to pick from. Irithel is available though. Hanabi is also available. So yeah, definitely Hanabi because Hanabi has but is okay. He now has some decent amount of immobilization on it. It might go for an Irithel. Shadow might go for something else that's maybe a Kimi. But these days we don't really see the Kimi played on the gold lane. We get to see a Kimi played on the mid lane more than the gold lane in this current meta, and especially in these days in comps these days. But Shadow can decide to be an exception. Irithel is a good choice as well, like I predicted earlier. He might go for the Irithel or he might go for a Kimi, but I'm pretty sure I called dibs on the Irithel. He's gonna settle for the Irithel. Alright, that's it. Irithel picked up, and that's the draft for game 2. Let me know in the comments, guys. What do you think? Whose draft are you inclining towards? The draft of Dead Drop or the draft of Shadow Kings? Let me know what you think and let me know who you are supporting in the chat. I will be engaging in the chat while the game loads. Well, personally, I'll be waiting for you guys. While I wait for you guys chat, I will say personally, Shadow Kings have very solid drafts. They have very solid drafts. They have a Tigreal for initiation. They have an Edit for very strong follow-up and also strong front line. A Lancelot is a pretty good pick. But the thing about the Lancelot is that a Lancelot can be a double-edged sword sometimes, especially if the person, it depends. A Lancelot is dependent on skill. If you're a good Lancelot player, oh my goodness, the Thunders can be a very good follow-up for the implosion. But if you're, if your skill is not exactly the best or not exactly above perfect tournament level, yeah. So they say in comments now, Joshua says Death Trap takes this one. Yeah, I think I gotta give it to Death Trap. They have a Lapu, that's a very solid frontliner. They also have a Sicilian. Wow, that is definitely something. And yeah, shout out to the rest, by the way. No single pauses since the game started. They should keep this up. We don't have time for that. And I can see 2 people. Yeah, I think I just jinxed it, guys. They paused the game immediately after I said there's no pauses. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll go for a short 2-minute intermission, guys, and when we come back the game will start again. So we'll resume rather from the pause. So 2 minutes, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's me Trey, and I'm live here at the 10 and 80 Game Fest campus happening right here in Abuja. If you are seeing this, there's lots of games, music, networking, and so much fun happening. And the best part, it's all free.
I'm the winner for the Forza Horizon 3 Championship. I won fire competition today,
hosted by 10 and 80 and
more of this. We need 10 more, 20 more. I did this every day.
I want to say a very big thank you to 10 and 8 and Monster for hosting this competition.
This has shown me that e-sport can go far in Nigeria. When I saw the opportunity to compete in this game, I knew that yes, this is it. I can definitely win it, and I came out victorious today.
Huge thank you to 10 and 80 and Monster for the wonderful tournament hosted.
I want to thank the sponsors, 10 and 8E and Monster Energy, for bringing such a wonderful event.
Let's see how this second game goes. Shadow Kings, what's your response? Show it to me in game 2, because you don't want to go home with a 2-0 loss. That is not a good look. Stars twice. I want you to show me that from the well, I can actually see 2 purifies on the side of DT. Oh my goodness, that is a sign that they are not playing with this Tigreal pick. That is a sign that the Rex will have a tough time, especially against them. Personally, I feel like they could have gone with heroes that has a CC removal. I would rather go for a hero that has CC removal than go for a hero that doesn't and go for a purify. But hey, personal preference takes this one because a 1-1 can pull that off. Her Needles and Flowers has a CC removal, inbuilt in it. The Valere is also a very good mid lane pick when you want that CC removal, but you don't want to trade out your flicker skill for a purify, your flicker spell for a purify. But hey, personal preference matters. But look at that, trying their best to give Shadow all the support he needs. The thing about the Urethel is the Urethel is a late game hero and a mid to late game hero, so the early game is not exactly a strong suit. Okay, the Rex definitely have to step out there and do something. There's a flicker there, but the Purify bait it out. Of course, Shadow now doesn't have it down. Going there, of course, the Terrify with the cost past that. Shadow is low in the first point. Drone, Killer B takes the kill, and now the dive. Now, I saw Chase Kite combo. I don't tire comes in. It's a 3-man onto the gold lane, but they've lost their mid lane. I think Shadow played that one a little too risky. That's the thing about the Urethel with the Purify, guys. Urethel with the sprint is definitely better, and now the total already taken because their attention was more focused. Punctures away from the previous fighter. That was a great puncture. T-Rex now 2-man cost blast and deadly grass. Raging slash defensively, and meanwhile mid lane, okay, they're trying their best to do something to the Rex here, but the Eternal Guard already committed on the Bat Feast, and now they go for the cost pass again. I give up in a bad spot, very low. The Eternal Guard almost taking him out, but the man motivation roar gains some HP and is able to recall back to base safely. But meanwhile, look at that top lane, the top of the map. There's 4 players there from Shadow Kings. They're really trying their best to keep this one in their favor. They already have a 200 gold advantage here, and still they're gonna have to wait for this one and make sure they get it done, because this is not what you want to see. They don't rules, and I don't tire. They want to go for that one. That's a Phantom Execution and the Chainsaw Skies combo offensively. And the gold lane, they are trying their best to do what they can. Shadow Kings playing it gentle, playing it soft, and playing it careful, and not making any unnecessary moves wherever that might be, because this is not your game to play with. If you lose this one, it is a 2-0. Meanwhile, that top lane, the top of the map, they're trying their best to gank Killer B. And now we see I don't tire and I don't give up. They cut the lanes and they wait for that minion waves. But I'm pretty sure Teddy, don't walk into this one. Teddy, that's the wise course of action. I don't know. So the desperate stop and they're getting caught and it's such a kind combo. Teddy will fall and he directly walks. You see, this is where you need your tank for vision. Your tank is supposed to have given you vision. Vision is very important if you're a tank. Well, things can be done better. T-Rex finds the fixing the EXP lane, and now the demon comes in to sacrifice, and not sacrifice, to clear out the minion waves, and yeah, he gets it done, but it's a bad spot, punctures away, but it's caught in a 1v4 situation. Implosion, that's a great implosion, and now the turret takes that one. T-Rex will fall. Livingston is the only demon takes the kill, and Dead Trap really needs to slow down. DT needs to slow down, because if they continue their rushed plays, they have lost the early games to Shadow Kings. Shadow Kings already have 1 turret and they're already taking 1 kill. So they need to, DT needs to slow down. you can't find a way around it, but hurry and rushed executions are not the way. So you don't have to wait for it. And now we see the top lane already. Kilabi rotating back to the gold lane, and of course the turtle dance about to start for both these teams. And man, this is the game that you want to see, and I do hope DT doesn't lose this turtle over to the boys of Shadow Kings, because that's not going to be a good look on their end. Honestly, it's not going to be a good look. The turtle is almost half HP, and Holy Demon is going to make your move, make it now, puncture your way through. They just already have HP, and the Samurai Claws already used, and they reset the turtle but brings it over to their side, and the red tree is almost here. The Minoan Fury, but Holy Demon snatches the turtle away from the hands of Iron Tire, and the Tifa breaks an implosion. Will take out the rest, but double who get being gotten, and T-Rex is cooking with the Lapu-Lapu as he gets a triple kill on the Lapu-Lapu. 3 players found for a total loss. That is more than enough compensation for DT, but they do lose the tier 1 on the gold lane. Meanwhile, the mid lane is getting pressured. Teddy Bot will fall to Iron Tire, and the tier 1 on the mid lane just might be under fire, because the minion waves are starting to approach there from their mid lane. And man, I love the Lapu-Lapu pick. T-Rex, they ban his Mincy. He shows them that, hey, I've got a Lapu-Lapu. So, he's not a jack of all trade, master of one. It's not that. So, it's not that. So, yeah, I do hope this is not the beginning of the end for Shadow Kings, because we saw them start the early game so well. We saw them take the first turtle, and also we saw them snag the second turtle. So when it comes to red tree game, Shadow Kings are actually on point. Holy Demon's red tree game is very good. We have confirmed that so far. 2 turtles taken. DT don't have a single turtle. But when it comes to those team fights, when it comes to those ganks, DT have the stronger force. So it's about objective versus skills. And in the long run, the objective are gonna definitely give some good advantage, but you definitely don't want to be losing out those team fights way too much. Look at that German cut from T-Rex down the EXP lane, and Livixen is just basically letting him do it. It goes for a K onward, brings him over to, and the edge shatter as well, knocks him up, and now Killer B will fall. That's one picked up early. And now the mid lane here, they want to take down the tier 1. DT go for their first turret push, and a 3-man implosion comes out. That's a great implosion. The follow from Teddy Pot. That's a great follow up there. Shadow is already low on the HP, forcing the boys of DT to retreat. And man, you can tell that they're definitely gonna fear that Tigre from now on, because that was a cute execution from the Rex onto that mid lane. But still, Thundros, goes for it as well. I give up. Now I thought 2 already. Holy Demon at this point, I think they want to go for a pause. I think they're demanding a pause. Yeah, that's a pause. And you know how this goes, guys. We're gonna go on a short break, and we'll be right back when the game is on pause.
At the 10 and 8E Campus Game Fest right here in Port Harcourt. It's games, music, networking, and non-stop fun. The best part is it's all free, and if you're seeing this, your campus can be next.
It's all free.
Hello, my name is Ola Ali, and I want Street Fighter 6.
I participated in the Just Dance game, and I've been moving my body. And yes, Game Fest, I would like for you to come back to UI bigger and better.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure.
Okay, okay. All right, welcome back. And man, this is DT is really just trying to take everything back from them. And I do hope they don't lose this turtle again, because this is not going to be a good turtle. This is not going to be a good outcome if they lose it again. Okay, that's a concealed play from Durex. He might want to go for a 2-man implosion, but then second hammer and a 2-man implosion, but the purified popped up by Ibeka and the total taken again. DT somehow losing more totals even till now. Shadow, and now I don't tire part of execution. I don't tire any passport. Yeah, definitely Killer B finds the kill. It was too exposed. That is the third total that Shadow Kings are taking. And I want to understand something here. Why is DT focusing on kills and winning team fight over taking objective or prioritizing objective? Because honestly, in as much as taking objective in as much as winning team fight is good, getting kills is good, in the long run of the game, objective will start to matter, guys, as the game progresses. And also the gold lead will be pretty close if they keep taking those out, and T-Rex gets caught in the implosion now, and the follow-up there with Eternal Guard, and the cost blast down, but he's able to get away. That's the thing about Lapu can time some this amount of damage. Primal Wrath committed early, that's the Vixen. Now wants to look for a next target there. I give up, might be the next on the chopping block, but a T-Rex now dives in Raging Slash as well. Lose some amount of damage for T-Rex, fights the Vixen, and now Lanchika flicker away from the Rex, and T-Rex is low, forced to flicker out as well. 2 flicker burns, and the mid lane turret still protected, and somehow they only lose 1 member in that team fight. Wow, that was definitely minimized indeed. That was minimized. But still, the mid lane is where it is, and the minion waves are still there. They're still dealing some there are little damage they do in the mid games, but when it comes to late games, those minions are no jokes. Trust me, they are not. I don't tire though in the mid lane, in the bot lane rather. They are just doing wave clear. Now we get to a point where we are now getting the lords. You see, the one thing about Mobile Legends is it's all fun and games when you are losing turtle, but the moment when you get to a lord, you need to lock in. DT has not had their retro game since this started. Okay, implosion comes out, that's great, and now a knock up 2-man with Eternal Guard. What the heck was those knock-ups, man? 3 knock-ups at once, and now I don't tire is forced to get away now. It looks like they might be clearing a path for a free lord. I don't give up in a bad spot, and a puncture into the Holy Demon gets the kill, and Shadow Kings might want to settle for a draw. I don't tire, guys, taking it as Holy Demon gets a double. Ibeka puts down kill. Puts down 1, and now a puncture spell with the Thunders. Holy Demon, I wouldn't go for that if I were you. The Lord is there for the taking. Go for it. Holy Demon, do not get greedy. Do not get greedy, Holy Demon. Go for that Lord when you have the chance. And now the heavy crossbow, Holy Demon, Thunders as well with the punk is trying to get away. Phantom Execution is there to the rescue for more mobility. Thank goodness. Greed is a bad thing, guys. Don't listen to your impulses. Make sure you go for objective when they matter, because if you had died there, he would have given over a guaranteed failure. You will see the way DT will push that Lord full time. You yourself, you'll be shocked about it. Okay, so things are looking very sharp for the boys of Shadow Kings when it comes to objectives, and I really love that about them. They have objective locked in. They might not have other things locked in, but a bad spot T-Rex being get caught by the implosion as well. They look at the amount of CC. My goodness, this is when we start to see Shadow Kings draft now starting to favor them. I give up as well, get caught in a multitude of CC, and a heavy crossbow committed by Shadow takes down Livixen. It's 2 for 1 in favor of Shadow Kings, and they are being zoned out from that Lord. That's just the best way to deal with them, honestly. When you actually can't take take the Lord, the best way is just to try to evict your enemies, but then the time into 1v4 and the person onto 2. No, I don't tire. No, what was that dive? Just when the Lord is already there and your team had already successfully zoned out. Man, I don't know. No. Well, at least the best part about that was that nobody actually went for the Lord. So yeah, nobody went for the Lord. So the mid lane, the Lord is there, and I can see the fact that nobody is actually heading towards it. They are all just doing fun and games, and until that Lord probably becomes enhanced, Is that when they will go for it? Because the Rex and Killer B seems to have a different opinion. Meanwhile, down bottom is a knock-up there with Minoa Fury. I give up shots down the Lancelot, and the Landshaker connects. Lifex and stops in his track. They want to do more damage, and then the enemy crossbow for the clean-up. Shadow gets the double, and a free roll. 3 players down for Shadow Kings. When you had the chance, you did not go for it, and now DTE will have themselves an uncontested Lord, and this is it, guys. This might just be the start, the beginning of the end for game 2, because look at that inhibitor. T-Rex is already down that mid lane. He wants to make sure they take it down, and the bot lane as well, the inhibitors, it's T-Rex, it's Killer B, conceal play comes through. He might want to go for one. Now signals the initiation for the implosion, but the purifier outcome is what Shadow he met with T-Rex instinct, and then is Ibeka. The man has his purifier there as well. 307. The KDA is looking really good, and this siege might just be it, but this one is pretty weak, so they might find a way out of this. And man, this is definitely not the match I'd expect aside from how the game started for Shadow Kings. But meanwhile, the Arstyles go. The Lord is almost better now completely. They go for the dive as well. There's a secret hammer shot with the CC, and I give up. Is down. My goodness, they have to be. If you are DT, you have to be very, very careful with how you engage Shadow Kings, because these guys, their CC is not here. They back a lot of CC. And still moving in now and wait for it, because this Lord and the wave sync finally in place, the macros in check, and they're looking for a chance there. And Shadow as well, the puncture from Holy Demon with Thundros. T-Rex might be looking for a chance. They need this Lord though, they cannot do without it, so I recommend patience. DT, I know you want to make hasty moves, I know you want to end this game as fast as possible, but you have to really relax, you have to be calm, you have to calculate, you have to make sure that you have that Lord in check. Don't make unnecessary moves, end it as fast as you can. Because this, to be fair, this game is actually a lot longer than the other games. You know, the other one was 10-11 minutes, and this one is actually 14 minutes, so Shadow Kings is actually hanging there for this long. But let's see how the outcome eventually will be. That 70 seconds on that timer for that next Lord. They would have to wait this out at this point and really make sure that they have the macros in check, because that might be the only thing that will speak for Shadow Kings in the long run if they have their macros in check, because right now they don't. The waves are crashing against them from all the sides, top, mid and bot. They are crashing, and I love the clear attempt from Holy Demon and Shadow Kings in general as well. But it looks like they want to make a move. I give up. My goodness, caught in a wave of CC, and that is the Roman not available. T-Rex dives in. That's a hostile move. I don't recommend that. He pulls out with Raging Slash, and now there's a double picked up. What the heck? 2 players cleaned up, and that is the Irithel. Now Holy Demon almost down. They go for the mid-lane inhibitor. This might be the end of game 2. 2 players are down already, only 3 left, and DT needs minions. DT needs minions to end the game. They don't want to push it too much. It's only 18 seconds until that Lord clear the waves and go for the Lord. That will be the ideal play to make. But then Shadow Kings haven't fought so hard, haven't fought so well. The Phantom Execution defensively from Holy Demon, and a Retro already committed. Guarantees DT a free and an uncontested Lord to take. The waves in their favor, the gold in their favor, 6k, the kill lead in their favor, 5 kills, and man, this is it. The Lord already taken, the siege will ensue, and 5 members will push down to clear the waves, sink the waves, and GG's it might be, or will Shadow Kings still show us that there is something in this comp of theirs that can still defend? There's a concealed play coming out from the Rex there. He might want to go for an implosion early, probably to force out their hand or perhaps force them to make a wrong move or delay the game even further, because I don't know if that is going to be the solution they need just now. He might go for a 3-man, but you have to be very careful, because that Hanabi has the Equinox, and that will grant that control immunity. So wait for the perfect chance, wait for the chance, and be probably wait for the right moment to do it. But still, it might be it. The Lord is already coming in. They have cleared the waves and they have made sure things are right. But then company pass for Holy Demon. My goodness, Shadow, the boss, he bossed him down. And that Lord is already there. It's a 4v2. The purified to counter the implosion again is Ibeka. Seeing through that move from the Rex. But meanwhile, he's there. The Minoan Fury wants to knock up 2, and Shadow is there for a clean up more to get double, and game 2 in favor of DT as they wipe out what's left of Shadow Kings to take the game home. Wow, DT beat Shadow Kings 2-0. My goodness. Well, GG's guys. GG's. I gotta say, 17 minutes. This game was longer than the other one. So, well, that's it for game 1. Game 2, the match 2 we had. The second matchup we have for today is Astra versus Kogeki Dantai. And well, the main event. I know you all have been waiting for this one. Astra versus Kogeki Dantai is the next match and the next game. But of course, before we get to that match, before we get to that one, we're gonna go on a short break, guys. Get your water, get your monster, wherever you're into, and we will be back with the second matchup for tonight. Astra versus Kogeki Dantai. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Pioneer edition of the 10NET Campus Game Fest 2025, and we are live at the University of Ibadan. Game on.
Hi, this is Precious. So I'm at Game Fest, and this is my first time coming to Game Fest, and I've been loving it so far. My favorite game of today is Just Dance.
My name is Osaz. I won the FC25 tournament. But it was a very tough tournament, especially the first game. I went to penalties after extra time.
Is Kamala Ferrina. I participated in today's tournament in 10 and 80 and Monster tournament, and I was the winner for Free Fire.
My name is Israel. I won the F1 sim racing competition that was held here.
Hello, my name is Ola Ali, and I won Street Fighter 6.
I participated in the Just Dance game, and I've been moving my body. And yes, Game Fest, I would like for you to come back to you. I'm bigger and better.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure.
Hi guys, it's me Tue, and I'm live here at the 10 and 80 Game Fest campus happening right here in Abuja. If you are seeing this, there's lots of games, music, networking, and so much fun happening. And the best part, it's all free.
Okay guys, hello, how's everyone doing? Welcome back, welcome we are officially in game 2, and yeah, it's first game, and it's the main event for tonight. So it's Astral versus Kogeki Dantai. Well, you know how this goes, guys. It's tier 1, and well, let's just say things aren't as eventful as they should have been in game 1. Game 1 looked one-sided, and it could have been better. I expected better, but it is well. But that's what I'll say. It is well. And now we get into game 2, where we know these teams. We know that KD is not going to go down without a fight. Neither will Astral. It is going to be fire for fire. It is going to be you do this, I do that. You hate me, I hate you. KD is a team that has good gameplay, good retry, good resilience, good strats. Astral is a team that has competed and won some of the tournaments organized by ML Hub, and also the finalist contenders for the ENC Nations qualifier against RNK, which they lost, by the way. So these guys are no jokes. These guys are no jokes. This is the main event, guys. This is what you guys came to see on stream. Well, let's see how the gameplay is. And for my yip yap, let's see how the gameplay is. Let's see how the gameplay is. And don't forget, guys, the stream is handled by the Tenit Any production house, and of course sponsored by Tenit Any X Monster and organized by ML Hub. And man, don't forget to like the stream, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It helps push forward here out there, and of course it also spreads the word to other people that are not with us right now and watching the games right now. So we are starting to get straight into things, and I don't know, what are you guys' expectations? You guys in the chat, I can see 17 of you in the chat. What are your expectations? Who do you think are going to take this over? We're in the game 1 right now. We're in the draft, so I want to see the draft. Now obviously you will see better drafting, more efficient and thoughtful counter banning. So definitely we can see we started, guys. We see a Gato being banned. Wow, that's very, very solid. And also, of course, Steel, who is the jungler for KD, is gonna have to ban someone now. Let's see who he goes for. Let's see what he does. Moscow. Wow, that's definitely a good one. Astral was your ban. Let's see what they go for this time around. And Tondalbi. Okay, Skibidi taking a chance. Maybe he's waiting for input. Hali being banned. Yeah. Skites, please. I didn't try this shit. Okay, so let's leave that at that. Okay. Freya already taken out. Okay, that's a great hero to take out. Freya has very good dive into the back. So I can see some people saying my team not the Eli draft team. Okay. Samuel Bros, I am not going to address that. I think it's a lot of full-time caster. No, Safa is the caster. But this I don't really see him fielded on the roster, so I don't know. Astro has a lot of players. Yeah. But let's go. Let's see how this goes, man. KD, let's see how this goes. Alright, so Cypher is the first person to pick on the team. And finally the man is fielded, so I am looking forward to this match. Okay, first we moved real. Is that real? Yeah, that's real. Phobius is locked in, and Xavier as the first pick. Rice, I haven't seen a Xavier pick. I don't think I've seen a Xavier pick since the entire tournament started. So I don't know. I don't think that's gonna go for. But say Carry, mind you guys, Carry is one of the highest banned heroes in this Mythic Conquest series, according to the stats we showed last time. So to be fair, picking a Carry shows that KD don't want to play. They want to make sure they lock down the Carry before they get that second set of bans, which I know would happen after these next two picks that to be made by Astral. Okay, a Harley picked up and also a Calais picked up. That's a very great drafting. A Phobius is great because he can back dive with the Infernal Pursuit, and also the Calais is great because he can also dive with the Tidal Strike. And is that oh my goodness, that's a Harley jungle. Wow. Wow, this is definitely something. Okay, it's not a Harley jog, it's a Harley arrival. I feel okay, guys. Let's just relax here. Let's not fault the pick. Okay, let's not talk much about that. But still, I love the drafting so far. Okay, I love that Might guy. You see, this is what I talked about. Look at this draft. Just look at how solid it is. You have a Harit. On the enemy team. Might guy immediately locked down the Esmeralda, because you know very well that the Esmeralda's passive, the Frost Moon Casket, is something that allows her to absorb the shields and debuff the enemies. So you can mainly just do that with the S to the Stardust Dance and make sure you debuff the enemies and then absorb it with the Frost Moon. So Esmeralda, great counter against the Harit. Might guy, let's see you cope. Esmeralda is very solid in the early to mid games, but in the late games she tends to fall off a little bit, and she's pretty weak against CC. That's the thing about the Esmeralda. But still, I'm pretty sure they have that in mind, and let's see how that goes. Just now, I was gonna have to pick a hero. I think it's a female player, and 15 seconds. Wait for the timer, or perhaps pick early. Solid bans, solid picks. I'm loving this. Wow. Okay, Guinevere. That's actually a very good one, but I'm pretty sure the Guinevere pick is going to force the Harit to go for a Purify, because the Harit is going to be jumping around, and the Harit is also pretty vulnerable to CC. So the Guinevere pick might force out the Purify on the Harit, but see how the battle spells are going to go along the line. Meanwhile, Tondarbi and Nagi, wait for it. It's 5 seconds, or did I make that decision? Nagi, the Vulcan skin. Oh, everybody has the Vulcan skin now. I thought it was just me then. But still, Tondarbi going for the Phoenix. Oh yeah, like I said, the Purify will be forced out, but Tondarbi is using the Purify. Jess might want to go for the Zetia. Big pick. It's got that wide OE. It's got that very decent amount of damage as well, and nothing too crazy, but still good control on the mage. And I would recommend the Zetian pick, but she can also go for something else. If Vexana is open as well, Vexana isn't half bad. If Vexana also has some decent amount of CC, a very good amount of CC actually, not a decent amount, very good amount of CC, but still, that's it. The draft is complete, and let me know what you guys and what you guys think. Whose drafts are you inclined towards? Are you inclined towards the draft of Astral? Are you inclined towards the draft of Kogeki Dantai? As we head straight into the main event, Game 1. Okay, I can see the comments. Everyone says there's no squad like El Cartel. Yeah, because they renamed to Eternal Void. That's what they are called now. Okay, game 1, and nobody is actually saying anything about the draft, so I'm just gonna move on from that. I love the fact that Cypher is actually using the Calais. The Calais is such a good backline type. Oh, what the hell? What the heck? 3 purifies. My goodness. The carry is using a Purify. The Esmeralda is using a Purify. The Setian is using a... Oh my goodness. This is... Kogeki Danta is not playing. They are not playing. This is something else. This is definitely something else. Oh, oh God, I beg you. Jesus. Okay, so we get straight to game 1, and that is definitely something. Okay, Skibidi. Gold lane. Wait, oh. I think they're on the wrong lanes. The carry, or is that Astra on the wrong lanes, or is that KD on the wrong lanes? Wait, let me look at that. Yeah, it's Astra on the wrong lanes. The Lapu-Lapu is supposed to go to the top. Hold on a second here. I think they are doing a Fovius, a Lapu-Lapu gold lane, and a Harit jungle. Wow. Astral and unconventional things as expected of a comp team that actually played ENC. These things are new. Look at the dive. Look at our link cut from Might Guy into the tier 2, and Rio can't even do anything about it, because yes, Esmeralda is very strong at level 2, topless of level 3, so that's very solid honestly, and still wait for it. Meanwhile, that good lane, I think Lapu-Lapu is pretty good in the good lane. Personally, I use Lapu-Lapu. I know what Lapu-Lapu can do in the good lane. I can see Samuel Bros comment there. He said confused. Well, when you see a Harry jungle and you also see a fake good lane, you know that's unconventional. It takes a while for you to wrap your mind around it. and because that's not normal thing you get to see comes all the time. But still, things are going so well, and so far, yeah, things are going really well. They're just playing slow. There's no any unnecessary moves. Okay, wait for it. No. Wait for it. No yeah. King Sasuke, no Indeed. Now Totu is there. They would have to go for it. Totu is already half HP. And then wait for it. Okay, yeah, nobody. Damn. That what the hell is that Ellis, man? Okay, Zaman Force popped out. And they have to be for Jesse, the bad spot, and Real, come on, one hit, first blood drawn finally, and now they're going with Raging Slash too. Okay, nice land shaker there with the combination, and Stu is down. That's great. Team Purifies, man. I think that's about doing it at some point. And flick out the Dark Wave. We need calculation from Real. If that couldn't actually get it, and still better time next time. Man. I think at this point, Zen should have just probably gone for a Purify, so we know they went all Purify. So Darby fights my guy. Okay. And Cypher, we'll go for it still. Yeah, things are just very solid at this point. Okay, it's Rice. And I was Zen as well. They're just taking things very slowly, guys. Nobody wants to engage. Everybody wants to play it safe. Just just before they're just doing pickups, just early pickups. But Astral is already starting to show dominance. Still, my goodness, is starting to get invaded here. And Astral still he dives in. There's a special migration and defensive. More Predator Strike comes out. Okay, Fear and Phoenix. But Astral pull back. Look at how coordinated Astrals are playing, guys. 4 members push into the jungle. They invade Stu, is forced to pull out, and now they want to go for him. That's a special migration to dodge the tidal strike. That's a great move. And man, KD at this point, they're trying to lose the gold lead because it's already 1k gold lead now in favor of Astral. Little by little, the early game has slipped away from their end. Now, okay, Skibidi. I can see a comment here. Yume says KD for the win. Okay, I like that confidence. I love that. Okay, special migration gets one caught in the developed record, but the Predator Strike comes out. Okay, with the Purifier committed. Zen was Skibidi will fall now with the Islamic Slam. Cypher gets taken out. Right gets a double, and the carry has started cooking because this top 2 might just be early. They only have 3 players to contest. I don't think they can contest for this one. It's already half HP. They want to try jungler, but come on, hold out, end this fast, end this early. The Zaman Force is popped. Nagi wants to secure it, and Nagi does. Astral still manages to secure the objective and takes down Sky, my guy, and Real. He wants to make sure he makes something out of that as well. KD still, that's his defensive special migration to get out of there. He wants to wait for it, but how can he? That's the truth. How can he just rotate? Will be the question, will be the statement to make, because staying in your turret is not the way. Rotate to the top lane or the bot lane and just hold out for it and see the difference between the game 1 and the game 2, because this is calculative gameplay we are seeing here. They are just waiting and making sure that every move they make is calculated. Now they go for a 3-man smooth hell, the special migration, and the bad spot they will be in, but then they lose 1 member on that force, and Real in the midst of 2, my guy and Jess. Okay, finish strike Typha, that's a defensive title strike away into safety, needs to recall back to base, has low HP. But still KD are trying to match Astral aura for aura in every execution and play they can possibly make or counter. But 1k gold difference between both of them now. My guy, look at the top lane, Zeal, him and Real, 1v1. That's the thing about the Esmeralda. You don't want to go up against an Esmeralda, especially against Esmeralda and a Guinevere. But still, okay, done. No steal. Okay, wait for it. Okay, the man will go for that dive. I will recommend that Nagi. The Totu is almost close by, so you want to try and stay alive there. It's only 20 seconds on that timer. Wait for it, be patient, and look for a good opening here. Cypher already revealed the location, so yeah, definitely needs to relocate for that one. They're just playing who is going to make the first move at this point, and just really make sure you farm while doing that, because there's only 2k gold difference between both these teams. Astral still doing a good job holding on to that gold lead, and make sure that they have KD playing catch up when it comes to that with them. And still, man, that is definitely something, because I gotta watch out for these DT plays, especially these plays in this game. Now the guy with the backline real, I take parallel requiem, but that doesn't do. They go for a further strike, doing some decent amount of damage. Laplapo fights my guys, Skibidi fights a double, and they want to go for another, but Zen and Stu are able to survive. And look at that play from Astral. 3 players go, okay, bad spot to go in, but the Jungle Warrior to get away from that tight spot. Skibidi, man, this Laplapo is very slippery, and he's doing a good job. So Laplapo gold lead, by the way, but the top 2 is already there for the taking. But I don't think Astral wants to take it. I think they're going to go for the tier 1 instead. And geez, this is definitely something, because ignoring an objective just to tier 1, I don't know. But Astral, they are a calculated team, so I'm pretty sure in the long run that definitely has an impact. They do lose the tier 1 on the bot lane though, so still, that's his special migration. Gets one caught in it. The further strike forces Stu to disengage, and now Cypher, if he wants to fight, he's already half HP, and he wants to make sure this time around doesn't get caught in the special migration from Stu. But well, they are waiting for it. That thought 2 is already gone. Nobody took it. The Lord is already here as well, so it's gonna have to wait for that one. And still, Cypher, okay, gets pulled and gets stunned there by the falling star mode. But meanwhile, that's a knock-up 3 members that make that 2. But the greatest fighter will be caught. Cypher flickering away Nagi. Left to that one, it's a 1v5. The Raging Slash dive into the back line. My guy caught by Darby's fell extract. Still finds Skibidi. And now they want to go for a flicker. But Zen isn't lucky enough. He will get taken out. And they want to go for another Rice fight. Cypher. It's 2 for 3 in favor of KD. It might be a chase down. I don't think it's over yet. It's Rice as a defensive phantom step. Really is looking for a value. The dark wave doesn't connect. The Lord is there for the taking, but it's only Stu and Rice there. And wait, because that is what they will do for their teammates to respond and respawn rather, so they can have the numbers ready to contest if any might occur. And the mid lane is where they want to go, because man, they need to make sure that tier 1 on the mid lane doesn't fall. That's not going to be a good look for the team, honestly. In this game 1, they are taking things slow, but eventually things are going to have to speed up, because the late games is where things happen really fast, and one mistake can be the cost of the entire game. And don't forget, it can either be a draw, a win, or a loss, because Astral have been holding on to that gold lead. It's still 2k. The Lord is already started here. Cypher reveals Zen. He's already making sure he knows where you are. This Lord contest half HP already. Speed light is already popped out as well. Doing a good job, bro. Distracted the MM, but he's able to bust him down, and now Stu will fall. They lose their jungler, and Astral might just have an easy Lord out there. The Harriet comes in as well with the retribution, but still the Lord is turning away. Rice will take it out, but Don Darby shuts it down immediately. 4 players take it out. Or a successful Lord stolen away by KD, and they might have just bought themselves time or not, because now Astral are already pushing through with the minion waves they have, and onto that mid lane they go for a tier 2, and my goodness, this is not the outcome KD expected. Zen is doing all what he can to delay their advance, but then they go for the side lanes as well. They take down all the turrets there, and the bot lane and the mid lane, all the turrets are down. This is what I was talking about, guys. The late games are such a delicate time, because if you lose out the Lord in the late games, especially against a team like Astral, you know very well that that's going to have some consequences. And in this case, 2 tier 2 turrets were the consequences, and who knows how that might be. Hopefully they don't lose the Lord, because if you lose a Lord, that can be consequential to your team. So yeah, macros will matter as well to the time, especially if your KD. Macros will matter. Macros, and also making sure that you don't lose the objectives. Objectives matter a lot in late games. I cannot overemphasize that enough. But still, look at my guy. He's trying to zone out on Darby, and they're trying to keep that load. They're trying to see if they can salvage a tier 2 from this load at least, but no way, no can do. The first fighter comes out as well. The knockups from the Minuan Fury and the storms from the field of the Phoenix and Cypher move forward to the finish strike from Chess, and my guy falls to Nagi. Special migration will may still forced to get away now. Will he be able to go? Nagi, the Mr. 1v3, and his move forward now. Real killing spree for Darby. He fights over the first strike, and 3 for 2 in favor of KD. They take down the tier 2 on the mid lane, and they advance to see if they can take down the tier 1, but Real trying the best to stop. I don't think he can. I don't think he can. He might want to go for that. Now Infernal Pursuit is trying to get melted down. Infernal Pursuit already found. Now the tier 2 already take it down, and KD got what they came for. They will have to recall. Real advancing, jumping back and forth, trying to get away now, but I don't think they'll let him. The first fighter comes out as well. Landshaker with the flicker also the back line. Rises in the bad spots, but Darby finishes off still in the mid lane here. It's Landshaker again. Zen is trying to make sure he deals with him. That's Jungle Warrior to finish him off. Gets the kill. 2 players are down, 2 for 1 in favor of Astral, and man, they at this point Astral are starting to lose grasp of the game. But then the kill lead is still there. But man, the turrets and the objectives are going to be the determinant factor in this match, not just those kills or those goals anymore. Because at this point, the game is starting to look like if you lose a objective or potentially lose a team fight, that might be GG's. That might be GG's, guys, because man, these guys will relentlessly push your lanes, and that is one of the things about top teams. Don't play with top teams. Their diligence and their desire to win is just top. So yeah, there's still hope for KD, but still execution will matter, and how this objective dance room goes also matter. Zen, he buys the winter, he buys the winter crown, and now Zen is already up HP. Minuan Fury popped up early with the winter crown. It just bought now. That's KBD in the midst of it all. Valor Requiem doing some decent amount of damage, but get melted up by Steel. The Lord is already up HP here, and now Darby wants to salvage what's left. Nagi is there as well with the retribution. Real will fall. Nagi secures the Lord, but at what cost? They lose 3 members. Darby wants to get away. Nagi, that's the chrono dance, but triple kill for Rise, and the Lord lost by KD, and the minion waves are already coming in. Is this where Astral will finally lose its Canton? Darby, the GOAT, defend against this. He's got the Feather Strike, he's got the Purify, but the Lord is already there as well. The Purify is now popped. Purify as well, popped as well for my guy. They're trying to melt him down, but Darby is able to defend, and the GOAT, the winner of the 1v1 mages, the winner of the 1v1 fighters, will be able to defend against that Lord. Man. Well, that's why he's the GOAT, guys. That's why Darby is the GOAT. Okay, so Cypher still waiting and rotating, and hopefully just giving vision, because at this point it needs to be giving vision. No unnecessary engages. That can be very risky for your team. And 1k gold lead and 2k gold difference between both these teams. So wait for it. They're gonna go find the Lord dance in about 118 seconds. But for now, macros checked, and also vision will matter, because at this point, with how farm this carry is, 11-1-3, Trinity already built, man, 200 bounty. If you get picked up by this carry, you are definitely getting busted down. So positioning will matter a lot for the squishies in this case, which is the Harits, the Fasa, as Kale, actually anybody on this team, because the carry can pretty much bust down anybody, no matter how thick you are, thanks to the true damage. So let's see how this goes. And now Darby, okay. At this point, they are playing the waiting game. This is the time in late games where you don't make, you just hold your position, try to get vision of the enemy, and try to just clear the waves where you get the chance, or freeze the waves when you get the chance, or potentially jump in on the enemy and wait for that moment where you can comfortably do something different. And Feather Strike comes out as Jess, okay, with the stun there, energy impact, and the cost of Crow. But yeah, Darby, you're gonna need more than that if you want to bust down Jess. But for the 5 seconds, Astro already have themselves positioned around this Lord and just waiting for it. And yeah, things are starting to make sense, really, because if you think about it, Astro are playing the waiting game. KD are also playing the careful game, because they know what they are playing against, who they are playing against. They know how well they can play. So when you know your enemy, according to Sun Tzu, the art of war, know thy enemy. You will know what kind of plays to make at what particular time. And this is delay games as well. Don't forget, if you make a mistake, if you get wiped out, if you lose an objective, the dynamic of the game changes, and this dynamic can be very, very fragile. The purifier is already forced out by Jess to negate the purifier from the cost of crew, and now we get to see the Lord spawned. They of course rotate there immediately because nobody plays with the late game Lord. Nobody does. And still, okay, Zen is already almost half HP there, goes for the Minoan Fury. Okay, goes for the minions immediately, the maximum immediately. But look at Rice, the burst on Rice, and Cypher is trying his best, but no way. Rice burst him down. Rice gets a top on the final position, jumping back and forth, and just will get shut down by Real. Rice burst down Real, triple kill, but Nagi has enough time bought for him, takes out Zen, and Tondarby goes back to base. Nagi with a double kill, but my guy will slay him, and now Tondarby is left alone to defend against this Lord. The defense against the rest of the team is 3-4 in favor of KD and a Lord in their favor as well. Let's see if Tondarby can bust Rice down. Rice buys the immortality. That's a great move in case of an ambush from the Fasa. Well, I think Tondarby is waiting for the perfect chance here. Fernando Strike comes out as well with the cost of Crow, but then you're gonna have to get away from there with wings by wings. Tondarby wings by wings defensively. He gets out of there, and then yeah, Nagi. At this point, your retribution is the team that matters in this game, because man, Rice is not smiling with this carry. He's busting down every single person in his path, and if you don't shut out Rice soon enough, he's going to cook, because 320 bounty on the carry, immortality bot, as well as the malefic gun, so that's enough range on the carry. So yeah, gotta be very, very careful with this hero here. Tondarby, wait for it, just wait for it. That's what they are doing in that mid lane bush, man. They are just waiting for someone who's going to walk into that one. But still as well, it might be a waiting game between both these players. And maybe who's going to make the first move will matter in situations like this. But still, 90 seconds until that next turtle. And that might just be the next thing to matter in this situation there. Okay, the Phoenix descent to check the bushes. That's great. And yeah, Zen still, and they're just waiting in the bush. The waiting game, guys. Literally. Push and just perhaps to get immortality for the rest of the team, because at this point the respawn timers are going to be more than 30 seconds, if not more than that. So if you die, you're going to take a while to respawn. So I recommend immortality, or at least something like a winter crown or something for an outplay on these heroes. Is actually okay. Look at that jump, my goodness. My guy not able to escape Nagins. Look at the jump. They jumped on my guy, and yeah, one player down. Like I said, 45 seconds until my guy comes back. And man, Astral, the coordination is just crazy, man. That's just insane. Real? Okay, waiting for it. Just chilling in that bush again. We're back to the waiting games, guys. 57 to 55 goal difference. That's a 2k goal difference. And the Astral are just dominating that center of the map. They're just dominating and holding their position, looking for eventual pickoff that will actually matter when this Lord spawns, because it's now 13 seconds. They need to make sure they take this Lord and sustain the least casualty possible, because that's what's going to matter if they want to push out for a win in this match. Honestly, this match, if they're going to win this out, they need to make sure they get at least a major pickoff, and definitely priority target is Rice. But this might backfire as they go for a special migration, the Violent Requiem. Meanwhile, the boss down comes out as well, the Raging Slash to the flicker to get away, but Will is buying enough time for his teammates, and the Retribution already have there. He might come in still with the Retribution. Where's the Retribution? Still gets it. He gets the load, and Rice gets another Astral. Even with all the preparation, still lose out that load and lose 2 members of their team. KD, what is that play? Because that worked in their favor, and they have evened up the goals. And man, the Lord in their favor. That is not how I thought that would go. That is not how I saw that going, guys. Damn, this might just be it, guys. But still, let us see whether there's going to be a difference from Astral or not. Let us wait for it. The Lord is approaching from the mid lane here. Skibidi, if there's anything you can do for your team, it's going to be holding that load as fast as you can. But then KD might just be able to push through, because I'm pretty sure Rice has that. Yeah, he does. He does have that speed light field. So watch this. The minion waves are already there as well. The Lord approaching from the mid lane. They're trying to destroy the loss and get it to do this on the other side. That's a great scum of distraction and time purchased by Astral, but the inhibitor is already taken down, and I can tell that KD don't want to push this too much. They want to wait until that base is open, and KD trying by Skibidi there. He goes for the raging slash and also for the minion waves. Why are these guys distracted? My goodness, they ignore the Lord and go for Skibidi instead, and Lord is already wasted, and now Tsunami Slam and Zen will fall. That's one down, and KD, they force them back. And I have questions about that defense. Why did they ignore the Lord and go for the inhibitors instead? Well, I'm pretty sure they have their reasons, so let's go there. Yeah, let's not really talk much about that, guys. But still, impressive gameplay, impressive, honestly. I really think that they had that really well. They had their chance. They had a very good game going, and I do hope Astral are able to somehow still salvage what's left. And yeah, let's see how this goes. Now, Snappy Slam, the perfect chance here. That's the engagement, but he's able to get out. And MJ is actually 0-0. This is the first game, so welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think that was they were to go for the inhibitors. I think I see it now, Skite. They were trying to push the inhibitors, but that didn't work because Skibidi was there to take out the minion waves, so they couldn't actually the bottom inhibitor. But then hopefully this next load is it, because the contest is definitely going to be fiercer now. Astro already positioning herself there and just waiting for it. And man, okay, title strike. Cypher, is that an engagement? I don't think that would not be wise on his end. He needs to make sure he buys enough time for Nagi to take down that load and retreat this time around. But KD as well, they are no slouch. Cypher, I don't think that's a dive. He's forced to flicker out. Rice already beat out the speedy light wheels early. Wow, Rice doesn't have the speedy light wheels anymore, and now he has to force that team fight because they don't have their chief weapon in slot anymore. So wait for it. The Lord is already there. They will need to start out this load soon, because once Rice gets back that speedy light wheels, then Cypher's flicker would have gone to waste just like that, because he cannot get that as fast as he needs to, or he would like it to be. And just wait, because the top lane is starting to get pushed. KD, don't ignore your lanes. Do not ignore your macros at such a late game, because this is a 23 minutes match. They go with Feather Strike there. The Fear of the Phoenix comes out to interrupt the Feather Strike, and then Seal just waiting for that chance, waiting for the perfect moment. I don't think the Lord is there for the contest. I think they just want to use the Lord to distract themselves. Meanwhile, look at that top lane. KD definitely need to pay attention to their macros, because now they go into a team fight, a 1v4, and the Tsunami Slam now comes out. Real will fall first, and Sci-Fi, in the midst of 5 players, Immortality Pop, Might Guy, they need some decent amount of damage. The Samurai Force and main players are down. Might Guy will fall. That's what players well. Rice will get shut down by Skibidi. Tontalbi is unstoppable, and more dice comes in. Tontalbi goes for Skibidi, gets a double, and Astral will dominate and clear out 4 players, with only Zen being the last person. The minions are there. The macros will cost Kogeki that tie. In the long run, the inhibitors are being taken down. The respawn timers are high. Zen is the only member left. He's trying his best, but the base is wide open. But Astral's taken as they go for a game 1 victory. Yeah. Coming, guys. We definitely did not see that one coming for them. I honestly thought that would be a contest, but at the end of the day, guys, prioritize your macros. That's just the lesson to learn from this game. Prioritize your macros. Do not ignore your macros. Do not ignore your macros. Your macros are very, very important. Look at how the top lane was being pushed. Nobody recalled. They went into a team fight, and that was it. Yeah, that was it, guys. Next time, prioritize your macros. Alright, that's it for game 1. Of course, we're gonna go for a 2-minute short intermission, and when we come back, it's gonna be game 2. With that being said, let's go for a short break, guys. We'll be right back.
Guys, my name is Russia, and I'm the winner for the Cross Mobile.
Joshua, I want to go out for Street Fantasy. Shalom, Alaikum, God.
Me from our Winifred.
It's Mustafa Sani. I'm the winner for championship. I won fire competition today.
It was hosted by 10 and 80 and Monster.
We need more of this. We need 10 more, 20 more. I did this every day.
I want to say a very big thank you to 10 and 80 and Monster for hosting this competition.
This has shown me that e-sport can go far in Nigeria. When I saw the opportunity to compete in this game, I knew that yes, this is it. I can definitely win it, and I came out victorious today.
Huge thank you to 10 and 80 and Monster for the wonderful tournament hosted.
I want to thank the sponsors, 10 and 80 and Monster Energy, for bringing such a wonderful event.
At the 10 and 8E Campus Game Fest right here in Port Harcourt. It's games, music, networking and non-stop fun. The best part is it's all free, and if you're seeing this, your campus can be next.
Everyone, I'm Jindu. I'm the winner of Just Dance game, and I want to use this medium to appreciate Monster Energy drink and 10NSE.
Welcome to the Pioneer edition of the 10NET Campus Game Fest 2025, and we are live at the University of Ibadan. Game on.
All right, guys. Well, this is oh my god, sorry about about that, guys. Somebody just sent me a message right now, and it was so funny. It popped up my notifications. Okay, so yeah, Zen is still going for his Minotaur pick, and on the other side, Skibidi is now the marksman. I want to believe that's an early lock because we do get to see that a lot. Man, you may. There's no need to stake your key. Okay, don't please, I beg. This is not a market, a human organ farm. Okay, please. Okay, Tondarbi going for the Yiv and leaving behind the Fasa. Oh, there's a carry ban. Yeah, that's wise. I don't think they want the carry on the team again because the carry is just problematic, honestly. And Astra actually taking game 1. I'm pretty sure KD would work on their macros this time around because you don't want that to cost you the way it did this time around. But still, okay, whoa, a glue is available. My goodness, a glue can definitely be problematic. And a Aldous. Okay, a glue picked this that I almost thought that for a split second I thought we were gonna see an Aldous there for a split second, guys. I didn't actually believe that we're going to see an Aldous because when was the last time we saw an Aldous in comps? I myself can't even remember, honestly. When was the last time I saw one? But well, we'll be fine. We'll be fine at the end of the day. Some heroes don't get the chance to show their faces in comps. You know, there's a lot of heroes that we don't get to see picked up. We barely get to see them picked up in comps, but hey, it's okay. And Baxia band, Leomord band, that's a great band because Stu is actually, why did they ban Leomord? Because Stu is actually very good on Leomord, if I recall correctly. And Real as well, his focus is available, so he can pick that or he can go for something else potentially. A Lapu is also available, not banned. So Skibidi, they might knock that down for you, then you can swap. And Obsidia is banned. Yeah, Obsidia's got lots of damage, so you don't want to deal with the Obsidia, honestly. Rice as well, just waiting for that chance. And also still just relaxing and making sure he thinks through what he's going to pick because Lapu is banned. Wise decision from KD. If you are KD, you would also want to ban Lapu. And Nagi, okay, that Aldous, they're really considering that Aldous, honestly. The Aldous got a lot of damage, but the problem with the Aldous is that the Aldous is a slow burn. The Aldous needs farm. And in the early games, you are pretty much sitting duck if you're an Aldous. So if you can farm very fast, get your stacks up quickly, then I'll recommend the Aldous. But if you can't do that, if you are slow with the farming, then nah, just leave it, let it be. Don't do that. Okay, Clint. Okay, Clint has some very good amount of damage on the laning phase. Clint can pretty much solo most of the marksmans, and Nathan is what he goes for instead. Wow, the Eruditio scientist and time traveler is locked in. Steel as well. That's a Suyo. Wow, that's a Suyo picked up. And now we get to see Nagi, last hero pick. Let us see what it will be. Looks like a Lucas might be picked up here, or a Lucard. Wow, that's a legend skin. That's a legend skin Alucard. You know this guy is coming in to cook with this Alucard, but then the thing still remains. Alucard is weak to CC, and yeah, it looks like the Alucard in spite of what I literally just said. But anyway, that's it for the draft, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Whose draft are you inclining towards? The draft of KD or the draft of Astral? Let me know in the chat, and of course, I will be engaging you guys while you guys talk to me. Okay, so no one is actually commenting what they like about the draft and who's that they're inclining towards, and that's fine because it means that I can just ignore the chat and read. And I can see gameplay banker is saying my Aldous is 12 minutes high stack. Yeah, the thing is, in as much as that's like a good time in tournaments, you really don't want a hero that has that kind of condition. You want a hero that you can properly, get good output out of. And yeah, so there's no Aldous in this lobby, so yeah, good thing that's not here, because we're definitely going to be seeing some rotations and early farms and swaps, because the Aldous will definitely want to start from the mid lane and then go back to his lane, and you know the Aldous rotation basically. So now we get to see the late game style, and this is it. If Astra wins this game, it's 2-0. They win in their favor. And if KD actually take this game, then it's a draw. They go home with a draw. But hey, that's it. Let us see how that goes. Let us see how it goes, guys. At the end of the day, that's what's gonna happen. And we can see Nagi is actually using temporary rain on their look card. That's nice. That's very nice because it's a cooldown reduction skill. It's a cooldown reduction emblem rather. So if you use the temporary on their look card, you get even shorter cooldowns on their look card. Normally the Alucard actually has cooldown reduction thanks to the fission wave, but you can get more cooldown reduction if you want to just be spamming your skills basically. But still, let's see how that goes. Zen, okay, might be caught in a bad spot trying to give vision here. And the thing is, don't feed the Alucard. Don't field the Alucard. Don't feed an Alucard in the early games. It doesn't end well, guys. That's the thing about the Alucard. But still, the Alucard is also weak to CC. So the Alucard is not like this overpowered hero that doesn't have any counter. No, the Alucard definitely has a counter. But look at that gold lane, man. Stu is already there trying to wreak havoc on Skibidi. And we get to see a rotation. They actually see a proper axeman this time around for Astral. It looks like they really want to settle this thing 2-0 in their favor. Well, technically, if you're an Astral player, that's exactly what you want to do. And Cypher, okay, just moving towards that jungle area. But the BMI, Skibidi, they want to push for that invade potentially. Nagi wants that level 4 so he can start wreaking havoc. Samebros, the winner of game 1 was Astral. Nagi is looking for that level 4. As an Alucard, you need level 4 before you can engage the Evil Queller. I recommend you take that thing early. I think the reason why they pulled back was because Nagi doesn't have his level 4. Because if he had his level 4, I'm pretty sure they would have dived in. And you know the Alucard gameplay now. The Alucard needs that level 4. It's like a very important part of his kit. Okay, yeah. Okay. Look at the dive. The lane caught from Alice. And I can see Yume just relentlessly supporting KD in the chat. Wow, that's some very decent support there. Okay, Throne of Ruin 4-star as well with a flicker to combine, but Real will fall. Just draws the first blood, and now Nagi is looking for a chance here. But Fission Wave already released here. The man is gonna have to pull back and focus on this turtle instead, because that's where his attention should be. Might Guy meanwhile trying to find the value there. Zen fights Dondari, he steals the kill. Cypher supposed to flicker away the Evil Queller, doesn't have enough range to take out one. And KD, they zone out Astral, they take one player with them, and Nagi might be looking for a chance here. Might want to go for his orange, but the turtle is already half HP though. If he wants to take out this turtle, he's gonna make his move now, but wrong or late already. The turtle is already stolen away by Stu, and that is the first turtle in favor of KD. I do hope that Astral doesn't keep that up, because that's not what you want to see. If you're Astral, you don't want to keep that up. Definitely you want to take some turtles for yourself. And yeah, if you are KD, well, pay attention. It's a great start, but also keep it up. Don't make mistakes on your macros like you did in the first games. Make sure those are checked. And Skibidi, okay, looks like the man just wants to clear the lanes and recall back to base, and make sure that things are in accordance with his mana there. And still, the gold lane is where they seem to be camped and waiting for him to come back to the lanes. But Zen rotating back onto the mid lane. Okay, looks like he's not going to the mid lane. He wants to just stay. Nagi, he sees the man there. Okay, that's the whirling smash with a defensive ground splitter. Nagi isn't interested in engaging Zen. It looks like his target is Rice, but Zen is not making it easy for him to come close to the Nathan. And the gold crab is already there. That's a dive with the Desperate Stomp as well with the motivation roar. But still, they're gonna have to wait for that one. That's an Evil Queller. Just pull it back down. Blade Surge, but Nagi, he might run into him. He might run into Steel there. Nagi, that's a really smash with the ground splitter defensively. He doesn't want to engage fully, but then they can't get him caught in the real manipulation. But the minimum Fury is met with it. Knock him up, but Dondari finds Steel and a double the Fisher Wave. Double kill for Dondari. Might go for a triple, but Rice is there now. Gets caught. Entropy forced out to the defensive move into the tier 1. Skibidi caught in the lanes with support from Cypher. And man, this is something. This most certainly is something. And geez, man, this is not the way you would want it to have been executed if you are KD, but the turtle already spot now. Real and Might Guy already doing back and forth in the EXP lane like what an Alice and a Yuzhong typically would do. But that turtle is where our attention should be, because that is where the next contest will be. Now the turtle is almost taken. Almost. And yeah, actually almost tired, rather not taking, almost tired. The night has started. Skibidi already started it out, but the contest is already here because now the boys of KD are not gonna let that one go scot free. But the dive in now, that's okay, grab, and it pulls it away from the tier one. You know what, Fury is just only half HP, and now the Federal Strike comes out from the back line there, just trying to provide the back support now. Dropping already form for my guy. He's trying to commit there. The throw up from his downstream. Nagi finds Jess, and my guy finds Real. They dive into the turret at tier one, and they're trying to make sure they do some damage. Keeping to the place to well, and Nagi finds a drop over still. Won't take that Nagi. Cypher pulls away, and they're trying to take that in tier one. Zen and still the Blaze Surge is there. Onto the minion waves. They're trying to take that in tier one. The minion waves are no longer there, and they would have to make do without it. Astral unable to take that in tier one on the mid lane, and man, this is it. This just might be it. They are trying their hardest to end this game early because now the total has been started up by Stu, and Cypher is the only one around that total area, man. Wait and chill because this is how it's gonna be sooner or later. Total is already taken, and where's the contest? It's gonna be okay. Crimson Gleam, but Stu is already taking it out. There's no chance for a contest from Astra. They lose out that total. That's the second total in a row. They are losing out here, and Astral, you need to get your objective locked in immediately because if you keep up losing objective, eventually it's going to tell because the gold league now is in the favor of KD. They are holding on to the game here, potentially might go for a drop, but Nagi is already dived into the turrets there. The tier one on the top lane to save him there, getting chased away with the Black Dragon form. That's a defensive ground splitter, and Crimson Gleam now, Zero go gets into it, but then it's the Causing Touch versus the Crimson Blood Banquet passive of the Alice, and who can take it more, who has more regen. It's going to be the contest between Yuzhong and the Alice. Meanwhile, the mid lane, Zen, is still there as well to defend that tier 1, which is barely standing on the mid lane. Only like 1% HP left, but they are protecting it with everything they have within them. Meanwhile, on that gold lane, there's a little bit of a skirmish there between Skibidi and Rice, but still nothing really major on that. Astral just trying their best to dominate and take that turret while they do that, and 49 seconds until that first load of the game, where the contest is going to be. Zen might because the bad spot, that's the out of favor already used, but the Rua manipulation committed to be no Fury as well with the motivation Rua. They're trying to make sure they take that this million waves, but then they go for a push. Naki dives into the grass pit and the official wave as well. Zen in the bad spot. Don't that finds the KO. Naki is still persistent, but it dives away. And now the tier 1 already taken out by Rice in the midst of that chaos. Rice is able to find one turret for his team. That is looking good right now. 4-6, and the gold lead now tied up between both these teams. You can tell that it's a fierce contest between both these teams, back and forth literally for the gold lead. And still in that mid lane, they're trying to take down the tier 1 there, but Nagi isn't letting them. Meanwhile, the tier 1 on the bot lane falls as Cypher will take it down, and Skibidi, the Lord is already spawned. They need to rotate over to that Lord to make sure they get the most out of it and get that first Lord and continue their streak of objective securing in this match. And if you're Astra, you can't let that happen. You need to at least secure one objective for yourself. The Lord already starts. Skibidi starting out this Lord here. Meanwhile, Nagi's still busy on that orange buff, and his Thunderby is already there to make sure that real manipulation is available when needed. Cypher doing a good job zoning out as well as Rio, trying to really committed as well on the other end. My guy dives in as well with the Furious dive and the Petrify. Nagi, fusion wave committed as well. The Furious right. Nagi finds the kill. Apparently, a lot of the Petrify replacing to Wet Chest. Force PMI. He goes to send and next to the champion block with the real world manipulation. Skibidi gets a double 3 players wiped out. Guarantees the Lord for Astral, and no way through anymore. KD surrenders that Lord over to Astral, and the gold lead as well is now 3k difference. You see the difference between taking objectives, guys. 3k was what was immediately that Lord was secured, and Astral now going for a tier 2 on the top lane. And man, this is not it, man. This is definitely not what you want if you are KD, because you want to at least settle out for a draw where you can protect your reputation and protect your bragging rights. But then Skibidi Might be a good chance for a BMI here. Blazing Duel committed there. Just wings by ways to chase him down. As a BMI committed. Darby is out there as well. Cypher wants Scotland. They want to price at them. That's just in the bad spot as well as my guy. My guy furious defense, a furious dive, but Jess is so lucky. Wings by ways on that cooldown. And Throne of Ruin committed onto 3. It might be a 3v3 or maybe a 3v4. That might be what's needed. Meanwhile, Nagi takes out the tier 2 on the bot lane. They might want to go for an invade here onto the purple puff. They will take out the purple puff on Darby, but Rio takes it instead. Meanwhile, the mid lane is what's lasting here. Darby, Skibidi, Cypher, what is Astra, because they are dominating this game too. They might have not won all the total objectives, but this time around they are beginning to secure the turret. Jeez, this definitely is it. This might just be it. This is past 11. It's almost 11:30, guys. Almost midnight, by the way. The time has gone. But let's see the epic conclusion to the entire matches. Let us see how this ends. Let's see how this ends, guys. We cannot do this without seeing how this ends. Okay, Cypher goes for a 2-man. I don't think that's Spice move. There's the grab. He put it down there, but Zen already have HP. They might want to push Zen there. The Throne of Ruin will stun 2. Entropy 4 starters with room manipulation, but then already low the HP. Zen is already low as well. It's forced to flicker out into safety. Cypher, you don't want to push that one too much. You want to retreat 60 seconds until that load spawns. And man, if you are KD, this is not your best time. This is definitely not your best time right now. You are pushed, you are zoomed, you are stuck on janitor duty with your macros, and no way past that, past your inhibitors stuck in your base. Man, things can be better, but this just isn't it. This just isn't it, guys. Come on, this can be better, definitely. I see a comment on 1 or 2 if he says sleep will wipe me, but I enjoy gaming. Well, everybody wants to see how this ends, man. Hold that sleep, hold that exhaustion, because this might just be the start of something new, or the end of it all. That Skibidi goes with the blazing duet, takes out Stew. That's a great pick off, because now they don't have a contest. And yeah, Kate definitely won't be pushing for that load, because they don't have a load. They don't have it, man. They don't have a load to contest for. They don't have a retribution. Stew is going to respawn in the next 17 seconds. Okay, they can still do this if they are actually very sharp and very fast without rotation, but I don't think they can. I don't think they will. Yeah, they want to do macros. They want to prioritize the macros here. The load is already melted down quickly. Nagi takes it, and man, jeez, this is it, man. This definitely is it. This might be the beginning of it all, the end of it all rather. And now they go for an orange buff steal. Astral are really merciless in situations like this. It's only 2 players that are there, but then KD know very well that the rest of Astral players aren't far where they make an engagement. They don't want to engage onto that. The macros on the top lane would need some work. Skibidi, you need to get over there and get those checked immediately. And of course, we see Skibidi now rotating over to the top lane to clear the minion waves there, and they will start to incline and wait for that Lord to push by itself, because Skibidi needs to clear that top lane. You know, they might go for that one. The Lord is already buying time on its own. Zen will go for that express stomp to the tier 2, which they are protecting on the mid lane. The minion waves are already down, but more minions are coming out. And this is one thing we see when the waves are not synced, guys. The Lord is already there. They're trying to melt down that Lord on the bot lane. The Lord is already up HP. I don't think Astra will use this Lord here. They might want to go for another. He immediately goes for that tier 2 on the mid lane, but Skibidi goes for that tier inhibitor tier. And that inhibitor is almost down, but while they're distracted, Nagi is going for the inhibitors, and Cypher, man, these guys are just going for every single space they can. And Nagi pulls out immediately. They have the minion waves. They are trying to clear out the minion waves and make sure those things are waiting for them. But Skibidi might want to melt that Might guy here. Skibidi, BMI is able to get away. That was a very risky play. The man has to get away. Fingers crossed for this game, because Astra are trying their best to enter, but KD are defending. But how long can they? That's the question here. 75 seconds until that next load, and you know very well that the next load is only going to be enhanced compared to this one currently. But real, wait for it. Be patient. Your time will come, real. You will engage. Don't make unnecessary moves. But the macros has to be prioritized most certainly. And only one turret has been lost by Astral on the bot lane, and that's the tier 1. They haven't lost any other turrets. Meanwhile, KD only have the bot and the mid inhibitors standing. before the base is exposed to the Lord. And if you are KD, you gotta guard those with your life, because if you want a chance of securing a draw, you want to make sure those are in check. But look at the wave freeze tactics from them. Look at them freezing the waves intentionally to draw out the boys of KD, and now they have to rely on the lights to reveal the location of where they are. But they want to freeze the waves to make sure that they buy enough time, so they will clear it just as the Lord is about to spawn, so that while KD are doing janitor duty, basically macros, they will go for the Lord clear. That is strategy. That's absolute strategy, guys. This is a team that knows what they are doing, and this is exactly what we talked about. They clear the waves, and now the Lord will spawn, and KD will be forced to clear the waves. But then that didn't exactly work as efficiently as I saw it in my head, so there's still a chance for KD to still come out. But really is already doing some very good zoning out, and the Lord is already being melted as fast as possible. And yeah, the Lord is already melted. Yeah, okay, so the Lord is coming, and we see another siege, and well, 9k gold difference, 7k gold difference between both these teams. I gotta say, man, this is definitely not how I saw this one coming, because Astral, man, so at some point we were seeing a tie in the gold difference. We saw KD take the gold lead at some point. We saw them also lose the gold lead. But now the gold lead has just so widened. It's so huge right now with 9k, and the minions are starting to crash down. The load is already crashing down as well. The inhibitors are getting taken out there. Skibidi might want to go for an end there. The load is almost at the base there. They go for the push, roll manipulation with a knockoff. 3-man, but the base is already getting hit now. On that for Astral is one member, just force as well. The base is getting hit by Skibidi. They are free aiming the base and the BMI to outplay, and Astral will take game 2. KD tried their best. KD tried their best. That's what I would say. GG's to them. It's 12-6, double the score difference. And man, that's it for the games that we have for you guys today. That is everything. And of course, shout out to 108NE Production House for streaming, and shout out to ML for coordinating the tournament. Shout out to 108NE X Monster and for sponsoring the tournament. Shout out to you guys that came in to watch. Thank you so much for your time. Don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. And of course, with that being said, this is Black Matter casting the games, and this is me tapping out for the night. Good games for the teams, and good night to you guys. Bye guys.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure.
Hi guys, it's me Tue, and I'm live here at the 10 and 80 Game Fest campus happening right here in Abuja. If you are seeing this, there's lots of games, music, networking, and so much fun happening. And the best part, it's all free.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for.